Welcome, welcome. Come one, come all. Just everybody's coming because of this new podcast. Oh my God, that's, that's how we're gonna kick off this new endeavor, everybody, with an absolutely vile joke. All right, guys. So why are we here? Well, for my visual viewers, you'll notice I am in the office. This is just my normal streaming setup. You guys should be used to it by now. But for my audio-only listeners, yes, it is I, Jory Goodman. Some refer to me as T3, the Time Teller. I'm here with my big, beautiful Jewish beard, these huge honking headphones, my glasses, and I'm just chilling in the office. You can imagine me anywhere you'd like, maybe on a beach in a banana hammock, or perhaps on the moon during my regular reptilian Jewish meetings up there in a spacesuit. It doesn't matter, but people have asked for this audio medium. They want to be able to listen to me at work. They want to be able to listen to me while they're driving or doing chores, whatever. And I asked you guys, what would be the benefit of me doing a long-form podcast when you already have the ability to listen to the recorded playback of the live streams? There was like an all-out mutiny on my last live stream. People want a freaking podcast. So welcome to the Things That Keep Me Up at Night podcast. Now, why am I putting it on this channel and not the Time Teller channel? Well, because most of my regular viewers, the ones that show up to the live stream, they watch the live stream not only to talk about watches, but we talk about, it devolves into absolute chaos. We rant about random things. Sometimes it gets pretty topical. Sometimes it is just about junk food or anime or movies or music. We talk about everything. So instead of bombarding the Time Teller channel with this long form content, and again, you're going to be able to listen to this in a bunch of different places because, I don't know, my editor's gonna tell me where to put the audio clips of this, but we're gonna upload this on its own channel on YouTube as well, because bottom line, I'm gonna be having people that are in the watch world. Some of my fellow watch reviewers are interested in being interviewed and conversing with me here. Some people in the car world, some conspiracy theorist experts. We're going to have a bunch of people joining in with me, and I'm even going to be talking to you, potentially, the listener, if you want to call in and we can chat and we can schedule something. So this is all going to be about things that keep me up at night, because I think a lot. I have crippling anxiety, I have trouble sleeping, and I need a place to unload. And so I'm just going to unload all over your guys' ears. Man, this is X-rated already. I don't know how podcasts get monetized, but this is going to be demonetized before it even starts. So welcome again to the Things That Keep Me Up at Night podcast, episode 1. Here's the things that keep me up at night. So, in one of my recent live streams, I wanted to talk about what I do to kind of relax and lay back. People asked me what I do to unwind, what entertainment do I partake of, and then it kind of got into, hey, do you watch sports? What's your favorite sports team? And the truth is, when I unwind, I enjoy reading. I'm not like the most well-read individual, but my parents used to make me read 2 hours a day. Like, since I learned how to read, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't play outside, couldn't play video games, couldn't do anything until my sisters and I all went into our family's little library, like study area where all the books were, and we each had to read for 2 hours. Now, I hated it. I hated it when I was growing up. I thought it was super boring. I would find myself rereading like the same page over and over again because I would just, I was a little kid. I had terrible ADD. I was just daydreaming most of the time. But then I found books that I really enjoyed, and I realized that I could read like for fun. Like, there was something actually here that could spark my imagination. I could really visualize what was happening in the novel. And the first book that really did that for me was Redwall. I don't know if you guys know the Redwall series from Brian Jacques, but essentially it's a kind of medieval tale. Tale, no pun intended, because it pertains to woodland creatures. So it's like, instead of human knights and kings and clerics and stuff like that, it's mice and, weasels, and I think there's even cats in there and foxes, and it's really cool, and there's this huge lore behind it, and I geeked out. The second I learned about it in elementary school, that was my favorite thing to do. So reading is something I do, and I used to enjoy going to the movies and watching movies. I'm not like I'm not like a cinema fanatic. I'm not an aficionado of the history of all these incredible films, but I enjoy watching movies. I used to really, really enjoy listening to stand-up comedy and stuff like that, because it was just funny to hear people be as self-deprecating as I am regularly. I'm sure you guys kind of recognize my chops and how it might be reminiscent of other comedians that legitimately do it. And then finally, I used to love sports. Like, absolutely love sports. And you guys can't see it from this angle, but in my office, on the wall where my camera is from the streaming setup, I have a Bruins jersey and I have a Patriots jersey. And I am from New England, lived in New England for 20 years. Huge, huge sports fan, right? Well, we got talking about sports during one of my most recent live streams, and I had to give you guys kind of a stunning admission. That I despise sports now. I don't watch sports. I can't watch sports. I am repulsed by sports. And it's because sports are not about sports anymore. Whoa, dude, mind blowing. It's just a fact. It's very, very difficult to partake of any entertainment nowadays because most of it has been ruined. And here is where the rant begins, guys. So grab a snack, lay back, and enjoy yourself. So I mentioned like all these things that I loved. Listening to comedy, watching movies. I love anime. I still watch anime for sure. We're going to talk about that in a second. Watching sports. You can't do any of that anymore because of how pervasive this one facet of life has become. And that's politics. Now, when you use the P word, you immediately get put on a radar, red flag, people's ears perk up, they're like, oh God, what is he going to say? And I'm not going to get political right now, and I never will get political, for the same reason why I've had to go on a fast when it comes to most of these other entertainment things that I used to absolutely cherish. It's because politics is actually a minuscule part of our lives, all right? But the media and this machine that is the political climate has convinced us as a people that it is the only thing in your life and that you need to pick a side, and once you've picked your side, you have to be against the other side, all right? And this might be fine if it was relegated to like people that just want to pay attention to politics, but it has spread so quickly and so deeply into every facet of our lives, every bit of entertainment content you try to consume, there is going to be some spin to it. There's going to be some political narrative, whether it's a movie, they have to put something in there to signal to others that, hey, they're hip with it, they're political in one way or the other. It's difficult even to listen to comedy because now if certain people make certain jokes, then it's bad, but if you make other jokes, then it's okay. But then eventually, as time goes on, it becomes not okay, so really you can't do anything. And then sports. You can't watch sports anymore because, again, of how politicized it's become. From the players playing, and then during their like post-game interviews, they have to make some political statement, or the commentators have to comment on something political, and it's all just a bunch of BS, dude. Because here's the deal. I'm fine with everyone expressing their beliefs, right? That's the First Amendment. Do what you want, go crazy. I'm also fine with understanding, hey, I don't want to partake in this, so I'm just going to walk away. Like, people can say what they want. You also have your prerogative, just like your prerogative is what you can listen or you don't have to listen. And I've chosen not to listen anymore. I just don't want to be a part of it. And that's why I personally don't feel the need to become political in any of the content that I produce. Now, this also kind of touches upon something that's been going on recently with my own content, which is I've been shadow banned on Instagram. All right. For those of you who don't know, I'm on Instagram at The Simple Consultant, and I don't post anything political there. Literally, I only post watches because that's my main business. Sometimes pictures of Connie and I. Cars. I post a lot of pictures of my cars and cars that I see or whatever. And anime girls, because I do daily anime chick posts on my Instagram story. It's kind of an inside joke. People love it. Gets the conversation going. It's just fun and quirky, whatever. But I've been shadow banned because I'm a bit too spicy on Instagram. Not because I say anything political one way or the other, but I make jokes like I do like these like Instagram reel shorts, and they're funny. They get shared a ton. There's like hundreds of shares and saves, and I think on average I'm at like 15,000 views every short clip I post, which is not like crazy. Like some of these, Logan Pauls and stuff, like the Vine stars, they post things and it gets like millions of views immediately, but that's pretty good for some like random watch guy on Instagram. But anyway, I've also been posting some EDC stuff. All right, so my watches, my car keys, some Bang Bang Boys, and by that I mean things pertaining to the Second Amendment. And people want to construe whatever they want from that. I've gotten some hate mail saying, "Oh, you're just a no good extremist," blah 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 blah. It's like, no, dude, I just like certain things. I like cars. I like EDC items. I like watches. Like, I'm not shoving them down your throat. If you don't want to look, if you don't want to look at that picture, you don't have to, or you can just unfollow me. That's fine. But I don't care if you like the things that I like, and you shouldn't care if I like the things you don't like. So it's just mind-boggling how offended people get. And so because of some of these pictures I posted, my reach on each post that I upload on Instagram has been severely neutered. People aren't seeing my posts. I have almost 30,000 followers. I'm a verified account on Instagram, and still I get messages like daily with people being like, "Hey, why don't you upload on Instagram anymore?" Well, I upload like 3 times a day on Instagram, but Instagram just isn't serving people my content because I'm too spicy now, I guess. It's just insane. But what I'm getting at is I don't want to get political at all. Number one, because you guys shouldn't necessarily care about how I feel about things politically. And also, that shouldn't matter in the grand scheme of things. And also, my content is supposed to be an escape from all of this. That is what I'm getting at. This is like the underlying thing. Entertainment was supposed to be an escape. It was supposed to be a place where you could go, bond with other people. Hey, did you like this movie? Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, no, I didn't, because I think they could have done this better. Or, oh, the acting wasn't great. Or, oh, the ending didn't make sense. Hey, let's have a discussion. This is really fun. Or, hey, did you see the game last night? Yeah, it was crazy. Kevin Durant did this. Oh, well, you know what? I think James Harden's actually better when he does this, blah, blah, blah. Hey, this is a cool debate. This is fun. Now you can't do any of that. Because if you express any opinion about anything, it will be construed as being political, and someone will be offended, and then your life is over, or you don't have friends, or it's insane. It is insane. And so my content, whether it be on the car channel, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be on the Time Teller channel, or this one, I'm not interested in politics because I think it's unimportant to what I'm talking about, and I think you guys don't need any more of that. If you want to talk politics or see politics, you can literally walk out your door, look any direction, and you will be bombarded by it. All right? That will not happen here. And so this is why sports have become unwatchable. This is why modern movies have become unwatchable. This is why you can't watch TV. This is why you can't go to a concert without the set stopping and having the front man or woman say something political. It's like, it saps the fun out of it. It's like, dude, I'm trying to escape. I'm trying to escape from all this BS by consuming your content. Why do you have to pull the veil and bring it back to this like terrible pseudo reality? Why do I say pseudo reality? Well, because this goes back to what I was talking about at the beginning of this podcast. Politics, sure, it's important. It is not nearly as important as it has been made out to be right now. There is a big effort behind the scenes, although it's not really behind the scenes anymore. It's pretty much on the forefront of everything, to get everyone very active in politics. They want you to believe that if you are undecided about anything, if you are not militantly vocal on one way or the other, then you are useless. You have to pick a side, and if you don't pick a side and you don't hate the other side, then you are a nuisance. You aren't useful in our society. You're a terrible person. They'll call you every name in the book if you don't partake, right? And they want you to believe that there is this huge, crazy war going on. And the truth is, 99% of the people, the population, we all agree on most things, right? Most decent people agree on most things. And that is probably the most mind-blowing statement I will make ever. Because if you think about it, with everything that we're being told, there's no way that we can agree on things, right? There's no way. And the truth is, if you are registered Republican or registered Democrat or registered Independent, 9 times out of 10, most things, like when it comes down to it, you agree. You agree. But these people pulling strings want you to believe that you cannot agree. And that there's this crazy, you have to attack the other side. You have to hate the other side. They're not just wrong, they're evil. And if you aren't with us, you're not just wrong, you're evil. It's insane. Because the truth is, most people agree on most things. But if we come to terms with that, we can't be distracted. And they need us distracted, right? And who is they? Well, I'm not saying it's like some Illuminati, puppet master, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm saying like this huge political war machine. And the media, they want us just distracted so they can keep selling us this BS. And I mean literally selling it. I literally mean selling it. They make money, each piece of content they put out, each special, each news thing, each whatever, any publication, they make money selling us this over-politicized militant garbage. And so we need to literally like transcend. We need to move away from that. And the way we move away from that is by like just talking to each other and just understanding we agree on most things. Don't buy into the hype. We don't hate each other. And guess what, media, guess what, politicians, you can't make us hate each other. But until we recognize that and until we like come together, we're going to keep being distracted. We're going to keep being bought and sold by propaganda on all sides. And our media is going to continue to be unwatchable, unconsumable. But yeah, I don't want that to happen to any of my content. So I hope it doesn't come off that way. I know that every time I post a bang bang boy, a pew pew, some people get their feathers ruffled, but I'm not making a political statement at all. It's just, these are just items that I own that I enjoy. I'm not making like any crazy statement, but whatever. It doesn't matter. You know, people will complain about anything because I'll post a picture of my cars or of my watches, and a couple times a month I get hate mail pertaining to me being like a capitalist pig. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I am a capitalist. Like I live in the US and I own a private business. Like I'm doing this to make money and also provide value to others. But yeah, like we have to be profitable or else I can't continue to do the things I do. Like you understand things cost money, right? But if I post a picture of a car, which is totally innocuous, right? Me just posting a picture of a car that I love, that I own. Apparently that's like an offensive statement also because you're a capitalist. You're flaunting this thing that other people might not be able to have. Okay, like that's like whatever, dude. I follow people that post pictures of their yachts and their helicopters and stuff. I almost swore. I don't know if I'm going to swear yet on this podcast. Let me know if I should. But yeah, I post people with like mega mansions and all this stuff. I'm not offended by it. I'm like, wow, cool, that's inspiring. Maybe someday. But yeah, people, like, you could post a picture of food. Oh my gosh, dude. I'll never forget this. I posted a picture of some kebabs that I was eating. This like delicious Mediterranean food. That's like some of my favorite food, by the way. It was like a kubide kebab, which is like ground beef, seasoned, delicious, some rice, some veggies, some Israeli salad, some hummus. Like, that's like some of my favorite food, right? I posted a picture of it, and I got like 4 people, like within the first like 5 minutes, writing to me, telling me that like I am disgusting for like destroying animals. I'm like, bro, just chill. I'm not making any statement other than the fact that, hey, I am eating this right now. Like, that's the only statement that I'm making. I'm not saying kill all animals. Animals suck. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, I'm a fish keeper. I have dozens of fish. I have, oh my God, I don't even know how many shrimp I own. I have 3 cats. Connie has a dog. Dude, we love animals in this household. Okay, we absolutely love animals. Guess what? I also love eating animals. But I'm not like making that statement when I post a picture of some freaking kebabs. But people will be offended about everything, and it's just so insane. And so here's what I'll leave you with. The insane thing is that even when I try to not be political, and because I don't want to alienate people, I want people just to come here and escape the way I'm escaping with these hobbies. Even when I post something where there's really no statement, people will attribute a statement to it. And this is proof that people have been indoctrinated, poisoned, jaded by all of this. Instead of just looking at things at face value, they look at it and then they try to, I don't know if there's a statement here one way or the other, but I'm going to use my gut and I'm going to attribute a statement so that I can attack it. It's just such a bad way to live, in my opinion, guys. When you see someone posting pictures of food, just enjoy it or don't enjoy it. See someone posting a picture of a car, either like the car or don't like the car, and you can voice your opinion either way, but don't try to attribute some stupid political narrative to it. It's just, it's insane. So just love each other, guys. You don't need to love everyone. You don't even need to like everyone. Just understand that most people, you have more in common with them than you think, and we don't need to. Politics is not your whole life, all right? Even though the people pulling strings want it to be. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this first installment of the Things That Keep Me Up at Night podcast. Again, I will be having guests on. I just messaged, should I tell you? His name starts with a J, ends with a Y. He reviews watches. He also has an O in his name, and he's Scottish. That's what I thought. He's probably going to be my first guest. No guarantees. I think he's going to be our first guest on this podcast, though. Anyway, guys, you're going to be able to listen to this, hopefully wherever podcasts go. I don't know. I've never uploaded a podcast. And at the Things That Keep Me Up at Night YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, please subscribe. Also, please consider supporting us on YouTube because, supporting us on Patreon because our YouTube channel is not monetized. Okay, so this Things That Keep Me Up at Night, this is extra content that needs to be edited, and it literally costs us money to produce it, but we don't really make any money from it just yet. So if you want to support us, click the link in the description below, help us out with our Patreon, and I would really appreciate you helping me make this content. All right, guys, I love you. I'm going to wrap this up the way I wrap up everything. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay blessed, and yeah, I will catch you on the next one. I love you guys.